Hello, just trying to get my comments up here. I'm live a little bit earlier than I had planned, but that's okay. Hopefully some of you can still catch me. It is Saturday afternoon after all. It's a beautiful day here. It's very hazy, but bright and warm, which is awesome. I'm in between my night shifts, so I don't get to see much of the sun. Come on, where is my comments? There we go. There we are. Okay, now I can see what's going on. Perfect. So I've pulled out the Seaside Notions stamp set. This is from the annual catalog. And I just wanted to show you kind of what you can do with it, because I think it's a super awesome set. It's very flexible, and I just think it's kind of cool. So I haven't actually used it, which is crazy because it's beautiful. So I was going to show you too how to mount up cling mount stamps. So if you haven't used these before, the labels on the back are super sticky, so you do want to put them on. So I'm going to be using a whole bunch of these today, so I figured I might as well just kind of mount them all up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the stamps out of the rubber. Now I keep the rubber, which means that I have something in my stamp case that tells me whether I'm missing a stamp or not. So I can kind of with one glance tell if all the stamps are back where they should be or not. So that's why I keep this rubber. I'm just going to put that out of the way. Hey, Sue! All right, now we got to peel all the labels. They're the backing off of all of our cling foam here. So I'm just going to go through all of these. If you are like me normally and don't have nails, I do have nails right now, so this is going fairly easily. But if you have trouble with this, you can easily use the spatula end of a take your pick tool or a pair of scissors, something like that, to peel this off. Oops. Alrighty. And now the other part of this is that we need to peel off the backing from the stickers. So these are super sticky and they're not easy to reposition. They're like nearly impossible to reposition once you have them on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of line it up and then stick it on there. And it is a lot easier to do this kind of on the backing paper than it is to do it trying to line the sticker up to the foam. Another trick you can use if you're having trouble seeing where that sticker lines up is before you peel the backing off, take either a Sharpie or one of your blends in a darker color and kind of color along the edges. And what that'll give you when you peel this off, you can do the whole edge if you want, or just leave it. But what that'll give you is it'll give you a bit of a guideline to work with. See how that is still on the backing you don't want, but it is on, so it is on the backing that you don't want sticking to your stamp. And then when it comes off, it's all ready to go there. So that's just a different way. Sorry, I didn't explain that very well. Words are hard. I'm not quite done my coffee yet. Okay. So we've got more of these little guys. I'm just gonna power through and mount these all up so you're not watching me do this for the entire video. You want to get them lined up fairly well because, like I said, this is pretty permanent. This is how your stamps are going to be labeled. So spend a little extra time on this and your stamps will be labeled much, much nicer. The big difference if you used the clear mount stamps before or if you've had problems with stamps from elsewhere, this is Seaside Notions, Sue. That those labels didn't stick very well and you ended up having to use liquid glue or different products to make them sticky. That is not a problem with these cling mount stamps. I keep wanting to say the new cling mount stamps, but really they're almost a year old now. So they're not that new anymore. But I know some people still get kind of confused when they get new stamp sets and they're so sticky and they think that they put them on, the labels on upside down and things like that. Or those of us that never put our stickers onto our old stamp sets don't even notice, because it's really just when you pull that label off the sheet that it's actually sticky. Like, these are super sticky. I can, like, it's sticking to my finger. Okay. Hey, Amanda. All right. I don't know if anybody else is watching. I just got notifications that Sue and Amanda are watching. So if you, not Sue and Amanda, and you're watching, say something, because otherwise I don't know that you're watching. Okay. Finally, this is the last one. All right. So I'm going to show you a few different things. And I do keep this sheet as well. When the stamps all go back in, they'll actually stick to that, and then it's easier to get them off rather than trying to peel them off the stamp case. Hi, Sylvia. So nice to see you. What time is it in New Zealand anyways? I feel like it must be the middle of the night or something there. Yes, Amanda, it's a beautiful stamp set. I love it. Okay, so our first card that I'm going to do, so this is kind of like what you would do at a workshop. So you would buy the stamp set and then you would make a bunch of cards. This would be an example of a card that you might make at a workshop. And I'm just going to grab some more blocks here, because you can never have enough blocks. And I don't know where all my blocks have gone. There they are. Okay. Alrighty, which of the greetings should I do? I have happy birthday, thinking of you with gratitude. Here's to you. Okay, that's not that crazy. Oh, but it's Sunday. That's right. You're a day ahead of us. There we go. I was like, normally I'm so used to like it being completely opposite, and it's like, well, 10:30 a.m. is not that off 3:30 p.m. but it is, because it's Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to do happy birthday here. I'm going to stamp my greeting just with Memento Black. And I'm going to kind of put it off to the side there. I love these kind of scripty with text greetings too, by the way. So, babe. I don't know if that's a word. I just made that up. I don't know what the kids are saying these days. I am so out of the loop. Okay. Now we're going to take this little coral image, and I'm using terracotta tile because using Calypso coral would be way too obvious. And I'm going to stamp it once, twice, and now I'm going to stamp it again, but this time I'm going to stamp it off on my grid paper first, and then I'm going to stamp a lighter version of it. So this is a great trick for beginner stampers because you get more kind of bang for your buck from your stamps, or your inks rather, because you actually get multiple colors that are kind of shades of the same color. So that is our card, but of course no card is ever complete without bling. Who are we kidding? So I'm going to bring in my pearls, and we're going to throw a few pearls on there. Unfortunately, my daisy fell off of my take your pick tool, so I can't give Kara a hard time in this video. I mean, it's not going to stop me, but. So I'm just putting kind of randomly these pearls on here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of my trick when it comes to placing things. If you want it to look random, you need to be not random about it. And what you want to do is you want to kind of make a triangle where none of the lines are the same size. Or you can think about it, you don't want anything to line up either horizontally or vertically. So with this one here, for example, I might want to put this up here, or I might want to put it down here, but I wouldn't want to put it there or even there, because that's actually going to kind of make it look like it's lined up, which actually looks less random, even though if you know anything about statistics, random things can still line up. So there is that card. So that is super quick and simple, hashtag simple stamping card, where it's really just stamps, ink, and paper. There we go. All right, next we're gonna kind of work through kind of getting a little bit fancier and a little bit fancier. After all this time, yes, I know, it's something so simple that we totally take for granted. It's so much easier to put your stamps together that way, Sue. So with this one, I'm going to take just a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 inch cardstock, or whatever your first layer is if you're on metric, and I'm gonna punch a circle in it. There we go. So that is kind of the easy part. I'm gonna put that circle aside. I'm sure I can use it for a different project. All right, I'm gonna grab my card base now, and this is just a Whisper White thick 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base. So 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, folded in half, and I'm gonna place this here. Now what I wanna do is I wanna take a pencil, and I had a pencil here somewhere. Interesting. I definitely had a pencil. Where did my pencil go? Well, it seems that my pencil is MIA. So I will do this without a pencil. I need this block again, so I'm gonna take my stamp off here. I'm just peeling it up with my nail, and then I'm gonna set that aside to clean. All right, I'm gonna use this, and I'm going to use these. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is stamp the first shell that I want. I'm gonna do like a little shell garden kind of idea here. So I'm going to take my Seaside spray, and I'm going to, what I'll do is I'm gonna stamp this inside the circle so that I have a guide. Actually, I'm gonna shift it over just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of my little guide to where I need to stamp. Now I'm gonna stamp this again, and I'm gonna stamp it on the edge of the Post-it note here. Because now what I can do is I can trim this, and this is gonna be a mask. So I'm gonna be able to layer my seashells, but they're not gonna overlap. So I'm just cutting this with my scissors, just a little bit of fussy cutting. It's okay. Fussy cutting is okay. It doesn't have to be super precise. The nice thing about this stamp set is it is super forgiving with those kind of artistic brush strokes. I love these stamp sets because, yeah, they're super forgiving. They're forgiving for coloring. They're forgiving for fussy cutting. They're just super easy to work with. And they look really good on their own. Like you saw with that first card, even if you don't do a lot with it. Oh, I'm so glad to hear somebody loves fussy cutting, Sylvia. I don't hate it. I know a lot of people absolutely hate it. I don't find it super therapeutic like I know some people do, but I don't hate it. I don't want to fussy cut a lot, but I will fussy cut. I don't avoid it. Let's put it that way. Okay, I'm running low on blocks here, so I'm actually going to put these like that. So now I'm going to stamp my next. No, I'm going to do this in Pacific Point. I kind of pulled out some colors here to work with. And you can use any colors you want for this. You're not kind of stuck to these colors, obviously. These were just the ones that I pulled out, and not gonna lie, totally just took them from the color coach. Nothing fancy about my color selections. I knew that I had crumb cake ribbon I wanted to use, and that was kind of it. I picked that, and then I looked in the color coach, and it suggested mint macaron and Pacific Point, and I added the Seaside spray because I wanted another light color, And so I just pulled it out and compared it, and that one seemed to be kind of make the most sense of kind of the lighter colors. I wanted this one to be kind of mostly blues and browns. I didn't want it to have like a pink or anything in it. But you could totally do this as an all pink card or an all purple card or anything like that. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing again here. We're just gonna put that on there, and now I'm gonna get my mid-macron. And I think I'm losing my stream there. We're all good. We're all good. Hi, Holly. Hi, Amy. Yes, you did. That's actually what gave me the idea. So Amy ordered the stamp set today, and that's what gave me the idea to do this video, because I just got it too. Okay, so we've got all those. We've got our little seashell stamp. And I just want to add some kind of sand to it. So I'm using my crumb cake because that was the color that started it all. And because I've got the bottom masked, I can kind of stamp right over it. So I'm gonna add my little sand there. And now when I take my masks off, the big reveal, drum roll please. Ta-da! I've got a little collection of seashells. And now, even better, oh yeah, it gets better. It always gets better. I need my dimensionals. Dimensionals. These look kind of funny because they're from a kit. And I've got my circle, and I'm going to, yeah, Amy, so I don't know if you caught the first part of this video, but I'm actually in between night shifts right now. I know you were just commenting that how do I have time for it all and how do I find the energy? And I still don't have a good answer for you, but at least part of the answer is substantial amounts of caffeine. So I knew I needed to do a video today and I didn't know what to do, so I pulled out kind of my order, and then I got the email that you had placed an order, and I was like, oh, there's overlap. That's a sign. This is what I'm gonna do. And I had kind of these ideas sitting there. Anyways, any of you that, yeah, Holly, that is definitely a factor. I don't have kids, and I have a full-time dog dad who is out with the puppy right now. So the house is reasonably quiet right now. I did warn him that I was doing a video, so he's not gonna come crashing through. Okay. So there you can see I've popped it up, and we have our little shell scene is now seen through a window. But wait, there's more. Okay, we're gonna do some stamping and punching. How do I come up with ideas? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you one of my secrets is I do not do this alone. I truly feel that there is no way that any of us can have everything in life without some kind of help. So one of the things I do is I have a couple of different groups that I belong to where we help each other out with these things. So these cards that I'm making today are actually part of a project that I work with 12 of us, so 11 other demonstrators all around the world. No, sorry, that one is just North America. So from North America, so Canada and the US, and we put together these little bundles, and they're specifically to help you host a workshop. So this would be a workshop that you would come to, and you would make these 3 cards. I'm gonna do another one after this. But the nice thing is that I personally have not invested all this time every month to come up with it new. Each one of us does 1 month of the year, and then we share it with everybody else. So these cards, and I'm gonna totally give credit where credit is due. I just have to look up who it was again. Wendy Lee. So Wendy Lee is a demonstrator in the US, and she has come up with these cards, and she's shared them with us, and we can use them and to hold our workshops, which is awesome. And that's something that we do not just for ourselves, but also for our teams. So any of the girls in my downline, you have access to this PDF. You can use it to host your own classes, those kinds of things. So that's one of the ways I come up with my ideas. I do that not only for this workshop planner, but I work so closely with Kara Payson in the US, as well as a bunch of other demonstrators around the world. Amy, you've seen the Stamping Around the World tutorial bundle. That's one of those kind of collaborative projects. And then Kara and I work on other projects as well, just to kind of spread that workload. We're not going to be able to do it all on our own, right? So we all have to kind of help each other out. And I really like that. It's a team effort. All right, so while I was yakking, I stamped the little thinking of you, and I punched out another, so this is the, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, come on. Timeless label punch. This was the one that I was super excited. We got this one when I went to On Stage, so I was super excited. I didn't pay for that. I got it for free. Love that. All right, so I punched that out, and then I just cut the back one in half, the one that's in the Pacific Point, because I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a mat. There we go. But I'm not done yet, because I'm going to add some ribbon to this before I stick it down. I'm concentrating very hard, as you can tell. I get very quiet when I concentrate. Someone. Hi, Corey! Oh my God, Corey's online! Hi, Corey! I'm so excited! I texted you, and I heard that you're doing so much better. And I'm so excited, and I'm so excited to see you. And I don't know if you even know what's going on with everything right now, but Corey's here. That's really exciting. Live from the ICU. Any idea why so little ribbon? I think washi tape just wasn't selling, Amy. That's why there's not a lot of it in the catalog. I know for me personally, like I did use a little bit of washi tape, but it wasn't something that I used a ton of. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's why they didn't have a ton of it. Ribbon, so I love this because Holly knows that there's Wi-Fi, because Corey is actually staying in the hospital that Holly works at. I love it. Such a small world. But Holly's not at work right now because Holly is smart and Holly takes summer vacations. And yes, Corey, I don't know if you've seen, but you will be getting lots of get well cards because I did a thing. And you may hate me. That's okay. I will take the hate. But I don't think you will because you love me. Yeah, you're all the way in Ontario. Okay, here we go. I'm popping this on finally. So much excitement. There we go. Do you think I should add some pearls to that? I think we should add some pearls to that. Can't go wrong with some pearls. Yeah, did you see Corey? Amy and I did a draw the other day because we had, what was it, 34 people that sent cards. So we did a giveaway for all the people that are sending you cards because we thought that was amazing. Again, this is such a small community. We're all just helping each other out, right? Okay, there's my second card. So excited. Okay, focus. All right. Ooh, this one's exciting. Okay, I gotta make myself some room here. I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff. I need this. Oh, I need this. I feel like I've been saying that a lot. I'm sure everybody else who, oh, and Corey, if I'm coming over next week, so I will come and visit you. I'm around on Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe. I will come to visit you one of those days. unless I get word that I'm not allowed to. Okay. Focus. What was I doing? I'm your sister, though. It's all good. I'm from out of town. I'll wear my uniform. They can't say no. What was I doing? I'm just having a complete blank. I just got far too excited. Super embarrassing right now. Okay, I'm gonna just continue on, and I was saying something. Oh, good Lord, this is ridiculous. Okay. Something about, oh, that's what I was saying. Holiday catalog. I've been saying I need this a lot lately because holiday catalog. And anybody who has seen the new holiday catalog totally understands where I'm coming from. Because, sorry, I had to grab a punch that I forgot to grab. There's just so much awesomeness in it. All right. It totally is the heat. Oh my gosh, it is ridiculous. I don't understand people who love the heat because I absolutely shut down. Yeah, it's just not good news when it's hot out for me. I think I'm gonna do 1/2 inch on this. So I'm just gonna cut a strip of gold glimmer paper to 1/2 inch here. Because how can we say no to glimmer paper? And this one, we're gonna be doing a little bit of fanciness. So I'm gonna just tease you for a bit and work on my sentiment here. Alrighty. This is a piece of old glimmer paper, and I can tell because it's shedding glitter everywhere. I had a friend who used to call it craft herpes. And it's kind of true. Once you have it on you, it never goes away. Oh, I know. Even here, I couldn't believe it. I was working night shifts, and we do spend most of our time in air conditioning. So I really didn't have that much to complain about, but I was still nauseous. It was so hot. It was not even. Yeah, Corey, you're a little bit of a special case right now when it comes to hot. I mean, we're all hot, but okay. So there's that, and I'm bringing my Stamparatus in here. And what I'm gonna do is be kind of super technique-y because this is kind of a really cool technique and I love it. So what I'm going to be doing is mirror stamping. So if you saw my, I don't have a heat pump, Corey, so I wish I did. I'm going to get one eventually. I have actually baseboard heat. My house is fairly new, but because it's a concrete construction, they kind of cheaped out on the heating. So yeah, I really want a heat pump because I do not do heat. Like, I'm not kidding you, it gets over 18 degrees and I start complaining. And I think everybody on here works in Celsius, so you know what I mean. All right, so if you saw my congratulations ladies card, so my card with the 2 brides on it, then you have maybe already watched me do this technique. But if you haven't, this is what we're doing. We're stamping onto our Stamparatus base, and then I'm going to put my cardstock on here and stamp again. And I'm actually going to do this twice. So it's not this side that I'm doing, it's actually this side. See where we're going with this? I'm just going to do it again so that it's nice and dark. Alrighty. And now, when I turn this over, I've got one seahorse. I just forgot what they were called. See, it's the heat. One seahorse facing that way, one seahorse facing this way. Oh, so cute. Okay, now I just need to do something with these darn guys. So I'm going to color them. So I've got my blends. Oh, and I'm going to trim this down a little bit as well because I want a little bit more of the white showing in behind. Right, that's where, what was that? Now with this shorter trimmer, what I like to do is I just kind of use my other pieces to line it up. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to color this. So I'm going to take my dark Mango Melody and I'm going to just scribble. And this again is where these kinds of images are so forgiving, because I can just kind of scribble and it works. Now with the blends, I think one of my recent videos, I mentioned this too. It really helps to have an absorbent surface rather than doing this like on a table, especially if it's a special table, because you're probably going to color right through. You'll see it comes right through and you will color on your table. So if you don't want a colorful table, mine I don't really care because it's just a cheap IKEA table. But if I were doing this, say at my mom's house, where you usually work on a like antique super special table, definitely want something behind it. And the absorbent surface helps it not spread so much. I know it was funny that they did it in most colors, but not terracotta tile. I think because they were just so close to Calypso Coral was why that didn't happen. And I totally get that. I've totally used Calypso Coral, and it does go pretty close to terracotta tile, like close enough that nobody but me would notice. And this is just Flirty Flamingo because that's the cardstock that I grabbed there. I'm pretty sure, yeah. And I'm just gonna color this in. And this is kind of quick and dirty because you don't have to be super precise with these kinds of images, right? It's meant to look artistic. It's meant to be a bit scribbled. So if it's not perfect, I am trying to get them to blend a little bit. I don't want any harsh lines for the blending, but I'm not too precious about staying inside the lines and those kinds of things. All right. There we go. So now I need a card base again. And as always, bump goes in. And now I misplaced my bone folder. It's under a pile of little pieces. Okay, and we're gonna pop this up. I just had this moment of, oh no, this is the wrong side. But then I realized that I did some mirror stamping, so both sides have stuff on them, and I need to just do it on the proper side. But you could totally like have your mirror be like a lighter part too, or you could do it in different colors. Everything's quick and dirty. Yay, fentanyl. Fentanyl gets such a bad rap. Corey, you know what I'm talking about, but it's the good shit. There's a few drugs that I say to people, this is the good shit. Fentanyl is one of them. Ketamine's another one. Toradol, ondansetron. My healthcare girls know what I'm talking about. But those are the good shit. And some of them get a bad rap, but they're awesome. I love them. I like giving them to people because they make people feel better. Okay, I think I had fentanyl and propofol, which everybody's like, oh my god, that's the Michael Jackson drug. Got ketamine the other day. It's good stuff. It's good stuff, especially when you're super sick. Ooh, that's not fun, Corey. I didn't know about that. I am sorry. Okay. I know. There's no class here. This is just me. Okay, so there is our little card. Now, I don't know what to do with this. I don't think I want to throw any pearls on here because it's got the glimmer paper. I want the glimmer paper to kind of stand on its own. Yeah, see, Holly and I can't go out in public because of the conversations we have. Just in case you were wondering what you were getting yourself into here. All right, so those are my 3 cards. So this is kind of an idea of what a workshop would look like. Obviously, this would take a little bit longer if there was a bunch of us doing this, and not with having all the sassy comments. But yeah, so those would be 3 cards that you would make in a workshop with the Seaside Notions stamp set. All right, simple stamping. And then these ones just have a punch. This one has some masking. This one has the mirror stamping. Magical. I love this stamp set. So glad that I got to share it with you guys today. If you want to get your own, you can go to thecraftymedic.com. There's a little shop now link on the right. There's a host code there. If you would like, if you get the stamp set and you would like to get the little make and take pieces, I can absolutely send you those. You'll have the stamp set already, but I'll send you all the little paper pieces and a little bit of glimmer paper, a little bit of ribbon, maybe some pearls. So there you go. Just, yeah, use the host code. I know, I just woke up, Amy. I am going to reply to you. I did see it. I just haven't replied yet. I know. I literally have like a little list of private messages there that I need to respond to. All right, happy stamping, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Got to figure out what I'm doing on Tuesday. Have fun. Bye.